Hello guys, in this video we are about to discuss about if Batman led the League of Assassins, it would fundamentally change the world, likely transforming an international terrorist group into a global force for justice, though possibly with a more brutal approach than Batman's usual methods. While Batman's presence would remove Ra's al Ghul's corrupting influence and potentially save many lives by stopping his destructive plans, the League's core methods would remain a major challenge, raising questions about the future of justice and the potential for Batman's own character to be corrupted by the power and ideology of his new role. Changes to Gotham and the world. Eradication of crime. Batman would likely use the League's vast resources to eliminate crime on a global scale, but this would come with the cost of his strict no-kill rule. Reform or purge? Batman would face a significant choice. Attempt to reform the League's methods to be less extremist or, if he is unable to reform it, he may become an accomplice in Ra's al Ghul's world-altering plans. Global impact. The League's international presence means that a new leader would have the potential to reshape global order, creating significant changes worldwide beyond Gotham. Challenges to Batman's character. The no-kill rule. Leading the League of Assassins would force Batman to confront his no-kill rule, as Ra's al Ghul and the League's actions typically involve assassination as a primary tool. Corruption and power. The sheer power and influence of leading a global, secretive organization like the League would likely challenge Batman's inherent morality, potentially leading to his own corruption or a significant shift in his ideology. Loss of the Batman persona. The persona of Batman would likely cease to exist, as Bruce Wayne would be integrated into the League of Assassins, his nocturnal activities no longer being those of a vigilante but of a shadowy operative within the League. Potential outcomes. A new order. The world could become significantly safer, with a reformed League acting as an international law enforcement agency, but one with much more extreme methods than the existing justice system. A darker future. The League's methods of eliminating threats could become incredibly brutal, with Batman serving as a ruthless global enforcer, potentially eliminating countless people based on his own criteria of justice. The demise of justice. Batman could become a dark reflection of the League, using its power to achieve his goals, but in a way that ultimately undermines the principles he once fought for, turning him into a villain himself. For other uses, see League of Assassins. Disambiguation. League of Assassins. Cover art of Batman and Robin, Volume 2, Hashtag 23.3, September 2013. Art by Mick Gray and Patrick Gleason. Publication information. Publisher DC Comics. First appearance Detective Comics number 405. November 1970. Created by Denny O'Neil, writer. Neil Adams, artist. In story information. Type of organization Secret Society. Leaders Ra's al Ghul, Talia, Nissa Ratko the Sensei. Agents Deputies. Professor Ojo, Ebenezer Dark, Bronze Tiger, Lady Shiva, Master Dusk, Angel Breaker. Other agents. Hook, David Kane, Cassandra Cain, the Mad Dog, Alpha, Onyx, Damian Wayne, Richard Dragon 2, Richard Dragon Jr., Deathstroke, Merlin, Shrike, Lady Vic, Raptor. The League of Assassins, sometimes known as the League of Shadows or Society of Shadows in adapted works, is a group of supervillains appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics. The group is depicted as a collective of assassins who work for Ra's al Ghul, an enemy of the superhero Batman. The group appeared in Strange Adventures number 215, December 1968, but did not become officially known as the League of Assassins until Detective Comics number 405, November 1970. 1. The League of Assassins has been adapted into other media several times, predominantly in animated Batman productions, the live-action Batman film series The Dark Knight Trilogy, the CW TV show Arrow, and the Fox TV show Gotham. Origins. Cover of Detective Comics number 405, November 1970. Introducing The League of Assassins. Art by Neil Adams. League of Assassins. Yasser split from the ancient order of assassins in a successor movement. Their followers claim to have annulled and deposed centers of civilizations such as Baghdad, Moscow, and Rome throughout past generations in their lineage. 2. As a part of the demon, It's sometimes called the Demon's Fong or Demon Fong. 3. Practices. The recruits of the League of Assassins follow a strict regimen, carrying distinct black emblems and supplies up to their mountain lairs. These new recruits are called ghouls, because they emerge after proclaiming their final prayers in their own prefabricated graves before initiating in various, assigned operations. Unlike the ancient order of the Assassins, whose main objective was to halt sectarian conflicts and wars within the world, the League of Assassins acts as an organization that is a catalyst to the reformation of decadent civilizations around the globe. Fictional team history. Under Ebenezer Dark's leadership, the League of Assassins was founded by Ra's al Ghul at 1013 AD to be the Fong that protects the head. Batgirl number 67, 2005. Members of the League demonstrated willingness to die at a word from Ra's. They have included some of the most dangerous assassins in the world, including Lady Shiva, David Kane, and Merlin. For much of its current history, any member who failed in an assassination was in turn targeted by the League. Indeed, one of its best-known members, the Master Archer Merlin, was eventually forced to flee from the League, fearing for his life, having failed to assassinate Batman. In more recent years, this policy has apparently relaxed somewhat. Ebenezer Darcel, aka Dr. Dark, was the first known individual assigned to head the League of Assassins by Ra's al Ghul. Dark himself was seconded by the Sensei, a martial arts master from Hong Kong. Although many of the League's leaders over the years have been accomplished martial artists, Dark himself did not depend on physical prowess, and as an assassin he instead relied upon careful planning and manipulation, ambushes and death traps, as well as a variety of cleverly concealed weapons and poisons. Although the League apparently had an inner circle of elite fighters as well as a large number of warriors trained in the martial arts, the League during Dark's tenure as leader reflected his personal methodology. Following a falling out with Ra's, the exact details of which were never made clear, Dark kidnapped Ra's daughter, Talia al Ghul. Batman became involved in this matter while attempting to bring the League to justice for a number of recent killings. Although he had connected the League to several assassinations over the years, all previous attempts to investigate had met dead ends. Batman rescued Talia, the first time the two would meet, laying the foundation for all their future interaction, and Dark died while trying to kill them. Under Sensei's leadership,